Hi, my name is Caitlin Losey. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at Viterbo University in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I wanted to share some of what makes Viterbo a unique institution and provide some information about the admissions process. So this particular slide gives us an idea of what makes Viterbo different in comparison to other options that you might be considering. One of the biggest challenges during the college search is figuring out exactly what the difference is between different institutions. Now, obviously, there are differences like size or geography or private versus public. But then there are more subtle differences too in the way that the education is delivered on a various campus. Viterbo is a Franciscan Catholic institution, so we are a private 4-year institution in the Franciscan tradition. And that means that we are an incredibly friendly campus. We really pride ourselves on hospitality on our campus. It is one of our core values, making sure that students feel like they fit in and like this is their home. We have been in La Crosse since 1890, so we have a strong tradition of excellence. Employers know Viterbo's name, they know the quality of the students that we're graduating, and they really enjoy hiring them in the workplace for their companies or organizations. La Crosse is a great city to come and call home for 4 years. It has made it on several lists over the years in terms of best place best small college town, second most exciting small city in America. So it's a great place to spend the next 4 years and get that education. Finally, I'll just leave you with the idea that at Viterbo, we do really strive to help you find your purpose and then use that purpose to make a difference in the world. So that harkens back to that let's change our world. So to give you a little more insight about what the city of La Crosse is like, the area around La Crosse has about 150,000 people. The city of La Crosse itself, within city bounds, we've got about 50 to 52,000 people in town. Within that, though, there are 3 colleges or universities, so there is a thriving college life. And at Viterbo, you're only about a 7 to 10 minute maybe walk from downtown La Crosse, where you'd have access to coffee shops and paint your own pottery, and the river is right there for outdoor recreation and trails and all sorts of different things that you can do in a very short distance from campus. You do not have to take my word for it on La Crosse being cool. We have been ranked the #1 college town in Wisconsin. We've also made it on lists many times in the past, one of which was the second best small town in the country. So La Crosse is a great place, again, to call home for the next 4 years. And it's also important to note as a Catholic institution that La Crosse is home of the Diocese of La Crosse as well. Little history lesson here to give you an idea of where Viterbo came from. We were founded in 1890 by the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration, and we like to say FSPA for short. Viterbo is actually a city in Italy, so you can Google that, find Viterbo in Italy. We were named for Saint Rose of Viterbo, Italy, which is the patron saint of the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration. One thing that a lot of students might be interested in is that we have an agreement with a university in Viterbo, Tuscia University, to do an exchange program between our students and their students. So that's one of the many study abroad opportunities that our students have here at Viterbo. We were originally started as a normal school. So a normal school, if you're not sure what that means, is a school to educate teachers. And then through the years, we have experienced some really incredible growth. We became Viterbo College, and then in 2000, Viterbo University. So what that means is that we have more programs, we're offering more graduate level degrees, but I do want to let you know that throughout all of that, we have maintained our small Franciscan roots, even though we have evolved into a comprehensive university at this point. I've mentioned the Viterbo Values a little bit already, but to give you a better idea, again, contemplation, hospitality, integrity, stewardship, and service. These are values that we live out every day on our campus. We live out in the classroom, we live out through our extracurricular activities or athletics, and in every way possible. So you'll see the photos there on the bottom of the screen. These are photos of our students doing service Saturdays with our faculty members or presenting research. And again, we strive in in and out of the classroom to really show those values in everything that we do. If you're not aware of the Service Saturdays, you haven't heard of the Service Saturdays initiative, it is an initiative to bring everyone at Viterbo, whether they be student, faculty, or staff, to campus. We start the morning off with prayer and choosing, you will have already chosen your sites for service for the day. So we'll have, 20, 30 sites across the La Crosse area where our students will go out with faculty members and staff and serve for that morning. And then we come back and we do fellowship and we kind of debrief on what we saw at that various service site that morning. So hospitality perhaps does show itself at Viterbo in the way of free food quite frequently. You might be wondering about numbers at this point. Again, that's one of the things that sometimes is easier to define what the difference is between different institutions. So to give you an idea, of some of the numbers at Viterbo, we do have about 2,600 total students on our campus. That means an average class size of about 16. That total student number does include our undergraduate students as well as our graduate students. So an average class size is 16. We have 40 plus academic programs on our campus, an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And I always like to point out that just because you're on a smaller campus, just because Viterbo has the smaller class sizes, does not mean that we in any way limit the number of things you can be involved in. We have 80 plus student organizations and activities, so we're not small on opportunity, even though we might be small in size, which is to your benefit, again, in terms of class sizes and faculty to student ratio. If you are a student athlete, you are certainly in good company here at Viterbo. A third of our students participate in athletics on our campus, and you might be wondering why I've skipped that number at the top of the screen. We do have 100% placement rate at Viterbo, and that obviously is the most important number in my mind to share with you. So that means that 100% of our 2018 graduating class were placed after graduation. That means that they were working, they were in graduate school, they were in professional school, medical school, military, or volunteer service, but 100% of our students were placed after graduation. This is a listing of our undergraduate majors at Viterbo University. You might know us for a few things that tend to be maybe our flagship programs. We are well known for healthcare areas, specifically nursing is our largest major. We are well known for performing arts. We have one of the top musical theater programs in the country, one of the top 30 at this point. So music theater, and theater are great programs for us. In addition to that, we're well known for education, for business areas, for STEM fields. Engineering is a new program for us, but as you can see, we do offer a full slate of academic majors at Viterbo. One thing that I do get told frequently is that a student might not be sure about what their major will be in college. They're not sure what they might be interested in, or they're interested in multiple areas, which is totally fine. One of the things that we've done is we've taken all of our majors, our undergraduate majors, and we have kind of boiled them down into what we like to call areas of interest. So rather than have to pick a major, you can tell your particular admissions counselor that you want to learn about business and leadership as a whole, or you'd like to learn more about performing arts and what we offer under that, or STEM fields. And then what we can do is we can provide you different information about the different majors in that area. So you can take a look at the difference between accounting and finance. What sort of jobs might those lead to, and what sort of classes does that mean that you're going to take here at Viterbo? One thing that I can tell you, though, is that no matter what major you choose, you will have a major that is grounded in the liberal arts with a professional focus. So everyone at Viterbo is still going to take those core curriculum classes, that are going to help with the critical thinking skills and educate you as a whole person. So history, English, all of those classes that have prepared you to date as well, really. And then on top of that, you're going to have a professional focus in each major as well. So that would mean internship opportunities, research opportunities, opportunities for service learning. And again, that is really what we think our recipe for success here is at Viterbo. So we've got that 100% placement rate. Again, means that our students were successful post-graduation at finding a job, landing themselves in medical or professional school, volunteer service, military service, what have you. But with paid internships for our students, research opportunities with our faculty, which again are oftentimes paid, and then those service learning experiences, this is really how we think we're getting to that point. So maybe a little Viterbo recipes for success, and certainly a good resume builder or resume builders for our students. So you might be asking the question, where do your students do internships or field work? These are just some examples to give you an idea. On the left of your screen, you're going to see examples from our local Crosse area or from the Cooley region. We're very, very fortunate where we are located to have the opportunity to partner with lots of businesses in the area, some with really big names. So think Ocean Spray. Mayo Clinic is only an hour down the road from us. For our sport management students, we've got a local baseball team that they can do field work with. And then on the right, you're going to see just a few of the opportunities that our students have taken advantage of outside of our region. So you might be thinking that you'd like to expand your horizons or go somewhere else for a summer or semester or what have you. We have had students do the Disney College program. We've had students do internships with the Olympic Foundation. We've even had students turn or set their eyes on doing something internationally as well. Again, earlier I mentioned getting involved on campus with student activities and organizations, specifically that we have 80 plus of them on Viterbo's campus. One thing I would tell every high school student who's looking at colleges and what kind of comes next is to take stock of what you want to get involved in. Going to college is more than going to class every day, or if you're a varsity athlete participating in athletics and class time and that's it. It's really a time to explore different interest areas that you might have or get involved on a deeper level in something that you haven't done yet or something that you are really passionate about already. So from vocal groups like our concert choir or Ninth Street Singers to political organizations or academic associations like the Student Nursing Association or Education Club, Diversity Club. There are a multitude of ways that you can get involved here on campus. Make your mark certainly at Viterbo, but again, build your resume, get to know new people, build those relationships so that you can be successful upon leaving us. These are the varsity athletic sports that we offer on our campus. If you are interested in participating in athletics, I usually tell students to start making connections with coaches, either their sophomore or junior year in high school. Certainly a coach might reach out to you and try to recruit you, but you can also raise your hand. Specifically, you can go to viterboathletics.com and fill out a recruit me form, which does go directly to the coach for the sport that you're interested in. I would also have you note that we are NAIA affiliated at Viterbo, so it's just a different governing organization than NCAA. It does mean, however, that we do have scholarship funds for athletics. Oftentimes when I say that Viterbo is a private institution, I am immediately met with, I can't afford that, or so what does that mean in terms of cost? What you have in front of you right now are our costs for 2020, 2021. Our total direct cost, as you'll note, is $39,020. That includes tuition fees, room and board. What I will have you know is that this is a sticker price. What you will actually pay is what is called a net price, and that is going to be your price after you file the free application for federal student aid or the FAFSA and apply for other outside scholarships to help bring that cost down. What I would invite you to focus on rather than that sticker price is our typical net price. So this is an average, this is the average of what our students paid in 2018, 2019. So the average student, the actual out-of-pocket cost for the year was $11,869, which I think looks quite a lot more friendly than that sticker price. So again, the average student at Viterbo is receiving over $16,000 in gift aid. In addition to that, we do have the federal work study program, which allows students to get a job on campus. And when you file that FAFSA, you will be considered for grant programs, both at the federal level and at Viterbo. And then I always tell students too that they'll need to look for scholarships outside of us. I do always let students know that they are really in the driver's seat in terms of scholarship opportunities or scholarship eligibility. Most private schools will offer what are called merit scholarships. At Viterbo, we offer merit scholarships upon admission that range from $10,000 to $15,000 per year. The reason I say students are in the driver's seat for these is because these are based on a student's cumulative GPA and ACT or SAT test score. So it really comes down to what that student has been doing over the last 4 years in high school. Again, most institutions are going to offer something like this. Ours range from $10,000 to $15,000 a year, and there is no additional application needed. So when you apply to Viterbo University, if you are admitted to the institution, you will receive a merit scholarship, minimum of $10,000 a year, but maximum of $15,000 a year. On this slide, you'll see a nice listing of some of the scholarships that we have that are available for our incoming freshman students. At Viterbo, we do have over 450 scholarships that we award each year, which is incredible for our students. The ones, again, that you're looking at on this screen are scholarships that our incoming freshman students can apply for. So a couple of examples, we do have several scholarships that are going to be awarded based on the academic major you might be looking at. In addition to that, we have a couple of scholarship competitions which award large dollar amounts in scholarship money. A couple examples there, our Nightingale Nursing Scholarship is a competition that awards scholarships ranging from $500 a year all the way up to $6,000 a year. And the Health Science Scholarship Competition awards scholarships ranging from $1,000 a year up to full tuition for students interested in health science areas, not including nursing. So these are just some of the opportunities. Again, it's really important to look at scholarships not only at Viterbo, but also other schools that you might be looking at, as well as the Student Services Office at your high school will collect information on scholarships as well. So please make sure you do your due diligence and apply for all of the scholarships that you might be eligible for. In addition to that, just a reminder, our scholarship application does open on October 1st, which is in collaboration with the FAFSA opening on October 1st as well. To give you an idea on timeline, if you are a high school junior, we've got some things that you can do with us right now. With campus being closed for COVID-19, currently we are doing virtual visits with students. So you can visit our virtual tour online at viterbo.edu/virtual tour. You can also schedule a meeting with us virtually, either via phone or Zoom at viterbo.edu/visit. And then obviously ACT, preparing any extra documentation you might want to include with your application, and keeping your grades up are all really important tasks for you right now as a junior. For students that are currently seniors, we do have our application online. It is free at viterbo.edu/apply. And just know that this list is one that you will go through with your admissions counselor. So you do not have to feel like you need to wade through all of this yourself. We will help you each and every step of the way as you continue looking for your right college choice. And finally, I would ask that you go ahead and stay in touch with us on social media. Feel free to reach out to us via phone or email as well. And if you're really considering Viterbo, go ahead and download the Viterbo app from the App Store on your phone. You can actually log in as a prospective student and learn more about Viterbo, have access to some frequently asked questions and interaction points with us in admissions. Thank you.